I was laying in bed and I heard this, what is that? Well, it was me. It was my breathing. Some days, all at once, I would be coughing a lot. I couldn't, and I never had any cold symptoms. So I went out to my cousin's for a week in Pennsylvania, and all my symptoms went away. Came back a week later, and I wasn't even home a week, and the symptoms came back. And I went to my doctor, the pulmonary doctor, and he listened to my chest and looked at my throat and that, and he says, you have asthma due to your environment.
The chemical reactivity, the size, and the shape of silica make it a particularly dangerous substance. It is regulated as a human carcinogen. It causes silicosis, it causes tuberculosis, causes problem with kidney disease, as well as other problems with the lung like chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. According to studies on silicosis, we can get a certain amount, maybe up to about 3 micrograms per cubic meter, and we have no ill health effects. But above that level, so if we have agricultural dust as well as dust coming from a sand plant, we may be above that threshold, and then we may begin to see the scarring and the progression of disease associated with silica exposure.
We are some of the newest people in the neighborhood. I have gotten to know my neighbors a little bit better through this, but then I've also seen a lot of for sale signs go up around the neighborhood. Like everybody just wants to take off and run. It's each man for himself, let's get out of here. Of course their houses are not selling, so they're still here, and you know, we talk about the feelings. Nobody wants a mine right across the street.
I know there are questions of how far this stuff will travel, but when you're living right next to it and right next to the railheads that are hauling it, it's obvious that some of this dust is going to get into people's homes.
This one.
You want that dress?
Yeah.
I just wish they would determine the safety of this stuff before they would put it across the street from a neighborhood that's full of children, or any neighborhood for that matter.
You can read it. You can go to OSHA, you can go to MSHA, you know, the Mine Safety Agency, and they clearly tell you what crystalline silica does, the effects that it has on people who breathe it in the workplace. They have controls that people have to take within these mines to make sure that these people do not get sick. Who's protecting the people that live right outside the mine?